everyone, it is Eunagina here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a community build or community lot build, which is a really long time since I've done that, so I'm super excited for it. I'm building a cafe because, I don't know, I felt like that would be a really cool thing and I was feeling really inspired. And I felt like this lot here in Brindleton Bay at the pier would be super amazing for like a cafe. So what I really wanted this to be was more like a cafe combined with a restaurant, so like a place where you can go have something to eat if you want to, some nice seafood, or you could just go for like a tea or a coffee. But of course we don't have really combined lots in The Sims 4, so I just ended up sort of going with just having it be a cafe. But if you guys really want to have like a restaurant here, it's really easy to just add a host station and a waiter station or whatever they're called, and then you basically have a restaurant instead. So I would definitely do that. I might even do that myself if I use this for gameplay, just sort of shuffle it around a little bit and make it into whatever I want whenever I want, because I've made room for both like dining tables and also cafe tables in this place. So I really love how this turned out and I hope you guys like it too. It took me a little while in the beginning. I felt like what I was making was really ugly and I was almost about to like give up. I was feeling like, okay, I'm gonna bulldoze this lot soon and then I'm going to remake something else. And then, I don't know, I changed it up quite a bit with some colors, and the style got a little bit different and I ended up really liking it suddenly. So I went with it and now I just really love it. I think it's actually turned out to be a really nice cafe or restaurant or whatever you want to call it, and I would definitely love to use this in my own game for my own gameplay, and I hope you guys will also enjoy it. So it was actually a suggestion by Chrissy some time ago that I should do a restaurant or cafe or something, maybe a restaurant she asked, but I mean, I guess it isn't a restaurant, but it is meant to be a combination of both. And I know I didn't get to that for a really long time, Chrissy, sorry about that, but I haven't actually forgotten about this suggestion because I felt like doing it. I just never really got around to it, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling super inspired. That happens for me a lot. So if you guys like suggest something to me and you don't see me doing it, it's not because I don't want to. It's usually because I don't feel particularly inspired at that moment to be doing a particular build. And then suddenly I will remember your suggestion, and also because I note down a lot of your suggestions very often, and I will suddenly feel inspired and then I'll do it. So yeah, but I don't know, I'm not really feeling the way or the look that I'm going for in the beginning. I mean, the structure itself remains the same, but the color scheme changes, the roof changes, and then we go for like some brown pillars to go with the white. So I actually like how that looks a lot more. It looks a little bit more like it belongs in Brindleton Bay, and also like it belongs on this pier, because right now I feel like it doesn't really fit into the environment, you know, and I often like to take into account how the environment around the building looks as well, even though of course you guys should be able to place it wherever you want in the world. But I always like to, you know, make sure that wherever I originally place it looks nice with its surroundings. So yeah, I don't feel like it looked nice in the beginning, but as you can see, we're starting right now. We've added all the columns to the building, and I'm also going to change the roof now. So I feel like this gives it a little bit more of a, I don't know, a piery kind of look, and this sort of little bit of shabbiness on the roof, you know, these crooked roof tiles, and then the, I don't know, woodwork on the building. I don't know what you would call that actually. Is it called just woodwork on the building? What I've done with like the pillars, I don't know what else to really call it. I'm sure there must be some kind of name for it. If there is, I always forget it. So I always feel like I look for it and then I figure out what it is and then I forget it again. So whatever. But I'm adding a bunch of details to this building because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this kind of building had to be really sort of detailed. There has to be a little bit of higgly-piggly stuff on it. And I also go for a lot of flowers because, I don't know, I love flowers. I think it looks so pretty, especially on buildings like these, little more old buildings with some woodwork on them, and I think that is just perfect for flowers. I just love it. It really brightens up the building, and I don't know, as I said to my friend once, when we were doing a build together, I was telling her that, you know, I was just giving some suggestions to like what she could do. We were just talking about the build and such, and I just said add more flowers, because flowers always makes everything better, and it really does. It just brightens up the place. If you feel like something is a little too bland, or it's not really working out how you wanted, or I don't know, it's too bare, just add flowers. I don't know. It's my policy, add flowers. I just love flowers, and it brightens up the entire place. Anyways, we're also going to add a little bit of a courtyard here out in front. That's why I made a little bit of space out in front, so we'll have a little place where people can sit and eat, or whatever they want to do, drink their coffee out front as well, because I feel like that would be really nice on a pier like this. And I just have to shuffle in my chair, not my share, so sorry for the sound if there is any. But yeah, I just think it's super cozy. I would really like to have a tea or a coffee here in, I don't know, on a nice sunny day or something like that. I think that would be super cozy. And I am obviously using a bunch of objects from Cats and Dogs. So if you don't have this expansion, I think this lot will be rather empty, because, I don't know, all of these items that I'm using just fit into this world really well. And yeah, so yeah. I really also like all of these sort of, not anchor, what are these called? This sort of steering wheel. I want to say steering wheel, but I don't feel like that's what it's called in a boat. Is it? Oh my god, now I'm laughing and I'm not even sure if it's correct. I don't know actually. What is it called? I don't know. I don't know actually. Maybe I do know, but I just forgot. I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments what it's called. The things I put on the walls are outside, just outside the door, on both sides, also at the back of the building. So yeah, there's that. I forgot what it's called. So we have this little bar area here, or not bar, what do you, like barista area, the place where you order your drinks. And I was obviously looking for like inspiration online, because I just like doing that. There are always some really great, awesome sort of creative things that people have done in real life that you can try to recreate. And there was this cafe, no, I think that was actually a restaurant, that had this thing where they had like the front desk, and then they had this all these greenery kind of thing, ivy things at the back, covering this entire wall behind the place. And then they had something really nice here at the front where I'm currently putting the lights. They had something that looked a little bit like this with the fishing net type of thing, with all these thingies that you use to catch fish. I don't know what they're called either. Whatever. But they had something like that, and I thought it looked really creative and cool, and it gave it that nice sort of pier feel, that fishing pier feel, that I just felt like it integrated that really well for the inside of the of this build. So I really liked that. So I was also trying out these lights if they looked better than the other lights I used, but they really didn't. But they look pretty nice if I was to use them out here. I always like having a lot of lights around. That's another thing that really brightens up the day. So lights and flowers. Lights and flowers are my thing. So to the left here, we are going to be having a little bit of a dining area, I guess. There will be some dining tables for like families. And then to the right, there will be more like cafe areas. And also a thing that I noticed while I was building this is there were some objects that did definitely not work when you sized them down. And that is these boxes. Maybe not these ones. They worked a little bit better, although they also left a weird shadow on the wall. But the other boxes that came with cats and dogs, they when you size them down, the shadow underneath them doesn't size down, so you were just sort of left with a tiny box and a very massive shadow that looked really awkward. So yeah, you can't really use the size down sheet on those. I think that looks a little bad. So yeah, there's that. And I really wanted to use those shelves that I put over there, but I do end up deleting them. I don't know if I do that on camera, but I do end up deleting them because they sort of take up space that I don't feel like I have on this part or in this part of the restaurant. So loving this new table, by the way. I love the rustic feel of it and a little bit of sort of do-it-yourself type of table. I mean, an amateur could probably do it, and when I say an amateur, I don't mean people like me. I mean, I couldn't do it, but an amateur carpenter could probably do something like this. So I think it's a pretty nice table, and it just has that feel to it. And I really liked how it looked combined with these sort of rustic leather chairs as well. And yeah, I really liked it. I thought it looked really cool. And also loving these curtains a lot. I don't know, it's just nicer sometimes to have these curtains that don't cover a window entirely sometimes. It just makes for a cozy feel. I don't know how to describe it. And then I am doing this. This is something that I also got an inspiration from online. There was like this sort of decorative tree inside a restaurant that looked really, really nice, and I wanted to do something like that. And I thought, you know what, we have the size down sheet, why don't I try to size down a really nice tree and place it and see if it looks nice. And I couldn't figure out whether I wanted to use that new tree or this one with the light chains, and I think I wanted to go for the one I'm using now, but then I changed my mind back because I really like this tree, but I'm going to make it half green because it sort of looks better when I try that, so I'm going to end up with that. But I think it was a really cool idea. It gives a little bit of a creative touch for the inside of this place, and I really, really enjoy it. I think it looks super nice. And these pictures, oh my god, I just realized these today, I just discovered these pictures today, or these paintings from cats and dogs. I don't know why I haven't seen them before. I thought I went through every single object from this pack, but obviously somehow I missed them, and I love them. They are modern, but also they fit into a place like this that is not really super modern. And I don't know, they have really nice swatches, and I just feel like we needed something like this. I really feel like we needed something like those paintings, so I was super excited to see them. So yeah, don't mind me getting super excited over a painting, but I don't know, it's when you're a builder and you get something that you feel like you really need, then you just get really happy. So, and I feel like these paintings just might fit into so many places and do so many things, and they have a lot of really good swatches, and I don't know, it's just great. Just made me happy, okay? And I'm loving that I can size down these pillows. That makes me really happy as well, because I don't know, now you can put them like on a bench or on a chair or a sofa without it looking super awkward and huge was what I was trying to say, and really awkward and huge. So I'm really happy with that as well. So I'm basically just a happy bunny with everything right now. So let me know what you guys think of this place when we are done. I hope you guys enjoy it, because I don't know, I spent so much time. And sorry, by the way, I feel like I'm saying I don't know this entire video. But I just really liked this place, and it took me a lot of time to make. A lot more than I actually thought it would. I was going in today and I was feeling like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this build. It's on a 20 by 15 lot, so it's a pretty small lot. So I thought this will only take me a little while. It won't take me too long, maybe an hour or something. And it didn't. It took me a lot longer. And plus some breaks in between, because at some point I didn't know what to do with one part of the restaurant, or the cafe, so I had to sort of pause and maybe think for a little while before I continued. So it just took me a really long time, and I was supposed to be working on a build for a collab today, and I guess I will see if I can do it maybe after I'm done with this upload, if I have the time. I'm not sure I do, because I really need to try and get to bed earlier, because my routine is really messed up, especially because I've had those problems with the sleeping lately. So I really need to get back into a proper sleeping pattern. So yeah, there's that. So I always feel like I underestimate how long it takes me to build. Even when I build something small, I sort of end up spending a lot more time. So yeah, there's that. And of course, the bigger the lot, the longer it's going to take. The lot I'm building for collab currently is a 64 by 64 lot. So that one is going to take me a while, and I really want to finish it soon because I don't want to leave the other person hanging. So I am just trying to really get the time to finish it as soon as I can, while also, doing the daily uploads on my channel, as I'm always trying to do. So it ain't easy, guys. It ain't easy. But yeah, it's gonna be really epic, by the way, that collab build. I'm super excited for it. It's going to be a 50-50 challenge. So the other person did build their part already, and let me tell you guys, it turned out super gorgeous. It was so amazing and so awesome, and you guys have to wait and see. You're gonna have to watch it, okay? You're gonna have to watch it because it's really pretty. And I finished building the outer shell already, but that's usually the part that takes the least time for me. Building for me is really easy now. I've done it so much and I really enjoy that part. I think that's what I enjoy the most. That's probably the building aspect, building a structure and making it look pretty. I really like that. And then there is the landscaping part, and then there is the interior part. Interior design is probably the part that takes the longest for me always. Not because I don't like it, but I'm really not as quick at sort of finding out, what things should look like. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just really not as fast with interior design. And sometimes I'm feeling it, and sometimes I'm just really not, and I'm not inspired at all for the interior. So I don't know. It's difficult sometimes, but it's okay. It's okay. I like doing interior too, so it's not like I don't enjoy it. It just sort of depends on the time whether I am inspired or not. So we have bathrooms upstairs. That's sort of the only thing almost that we are missing at this point, I think. So we have some bathrooms up there and just like a landing area. There's some sofas there and a place to sit. I don't know why, but I needed to fill up the space, so a place to sit it is. And I forgot the kitchen, so I guess we're doing the kitchen first and then we're moving upstairs. So there isn't really all that much up there. It's just, as I said, a sitting area, and then we've got 4 toilets for customers. And I got that idea for having the bathrooms upstairs from actually the lot that was just on this lot originally, or the house or the building that was on this lot originally. That was also like a cafe, I think. So they had also just built bathrooms upstairs, and I thought that was nice because then they're out of the way and I don't have to make room for them downstairs, which I always sort of have problems with. I feel in restaurants and cafes, I never know how to make room for bathrooms. I actually also never know how to make room for kitchens. I just am really bad at layouting a restaurant or a cafe. I think it worked out really well this time. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. So yeah, that's good. And there was a really strange little glitchy thing that I don't know if that's a new thing with this new expansion, but this octagonal roof, or is it an octagonal one? Whatever. The octagonal roof out front was glitching through the one of the toilets, so I couldn't really fix that. I ended up doing fixing it the best I could by placing like this side table type of thing in front of it. So you might be able to see that glitchiness a little bit still, but it should be mostly covered up. Don't really know how else to fix that, so we'll have to do, guys. We will have to do. But this is almost the end of the video, I'm pretty sure. We are just going to, okay, we just have the outside sitting area here, where there'll be a sofa and some chairs. And oh my god, by the way, I love these chairs. These are just my favorite chairs of all time. I love them. They're so pretty. Really, really pretty. And I also love this sofa because it has cushions in it, and I feel like we need more sofas with cushions in this game. Most of the sofas are just bare, and I'm not really feeling that. I want cushions in my sofas. I want those cushions. So yeah, there is that. And I love sizing down lights. How awesome is it to use this, what is it called, like a saucer light or something? And just size it down all the way to the tiniest version of it, and you can almost not see it, but it's giving off a lot of light. It fixes so many of these lighting issues that Sims 4 has, where it's way too dark and you need a million lights. But these ones are completely almost invisible, and they still give light. But anyways, guys, this is a screenshot, so I'll leave you here and talk to you on the other side. Hey guys, and welcome to the other side of the screenshots. I hope you enjoyed the screenshots, and I also, of course, hope you enjoyed the video and the build. It is already up on a gallery, so if you want to download it and use it in your own world, then you can. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments what you think of it, and also if you have any suggestions, always feel free to give it to me. Just don't be sad if I don't make it, at least not straight away, because I might like the suggestion but not feel inspired at that moment, and then I'll maybe do it at a later point where I do feel inspired for that idea. So as always, feel free to leave suggestions. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and see you soon.